Hey, what's up, everybody? Aunt Pruitt here, and yeah, this is a little bit different. I know we said we're not recording the podcast for the rest of 2024 because of the holidays and all of that. Well, I decided to do some little highlight clips because I've been sitting in here working on some stuff, and I needed a bit of a brain break, so I jumped into the video editor and started working on some clips from the year. And figured I'd just put it all together as a bit of a, I don't know, best ofs. I don't know. I can't call it best ofs. Who knows? But I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you all so much for all of the support this past year. Because 2024 was pretty unbelievable. I mean, both ends of the spectrum. It was unbelievably great. And it was unbelievably shit-tastic too. Real talk. But thank y'all for all of you that know our story, that have been there from the very beginning and continue to stick around and actually take the time to listen to this show, actually take the time to share the show. And better yet, thank you to all of you that take the time to be a part of the Patreon community and also buying me beer. So thank y'all so much. Hey, look forward to 2025 and whatever it's going to bring, because we're going to be ready. We'll be recording at a regular schedule again. And but right now it's time for us to get ready to roll down to the Rose Bowl and cheer on the Ducks and our son and see what's the next chapter. All right, folks, check it out. Be sure to share. We'll see y'all later.
Because I don't know if you heard about this news. So let me do a little screen share. And that is right there. All right. And this is as of April 15th, 2024 from News and Community. I don't even know what website this is, so it may not even be credible, but I think it is.
I was going to say, well, if you don't know all of that, then is it legit?
Well, hold on. Maybe it is creditable. Oh, it is credible. It is straight from the dadgum source. Anyway,
I see California on the map.
As of April 15th, 2024, and yes, California is on the map, Bohonglis brings chicken and biscuit craze to Los Angeles County with multi-unit franchise agreement.
But where though?
Well, it said
They're
LA
gonna go
County.
to LA. That's not nowhere. Okay, it's time to move. I already got a job there lined up. Let me just go ahead. I can go there and make minimum wage.
It said LA County, so that's a start.
I wonder if it's gonna be watered down like Popeyes.
You think Popeyes is watered down? Why do you think Popeyes is watered down?
Because it does not taste like the same Popeyes as at home. It's not made the same. It's the seasons are not the same.
The seasoning is pretty close. There is a difference. It's supposed
to be the same kind of stuff, from the menu, or the recipes are supposed to be the same all the way around. But I don't believe that's true, because the people in this area, when they start having seasonings and flavor, then it's too salty. Like, they don't want to taste it. So you can't. I don't know that it would be. I just have a feeling that it would taste different. I feel like, even low key, it could be in my head, but my youngest kid, that Popeyes taste differently over here.
Okay, look here. Popeyes does taste differently. And
Chick-fil-A.
It tastes differently, just slightly or what have you, but does that stop you from going
to the Popeyes? Yeah, I don't go anymore.
Okay, so if next time I get Popeyes, I'm not even gonna worry about getting anything for you. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. What you're saying. The last time you got it, you didn't think about getting any for me.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
That is a dadgum lie.
On our way home from Oregon, we stopped, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell do I want some Popeyes when it's not going to do nothing make my stomach hurt?
Oh, that's true. You and your whole sensitivity crap.
So what?
Some people and their whole diet sensitivities.
You trying to come for me. Don't.
I wasn't coming for you.
Yeah, you was trying.
This potential lawsuit going on with the NCAA and more transgender people joining into the female sports. And it bugs me a little bit because, and no, I don't have daughters, but if I had daughters, it would definitely bug me. Especially when you think about this beyond sports. That's just my thought. Okay, I'm thinking about this beyond sports. we go all the way back in time and in history, and let's just take color out of it. Let's take black folks out of it. Color didn't matter. Let's just go all the way back in time, and not too much too back in the far of history, but women in general had no freaking rights. Just meant absolutely nothing. And there were a lot of females that fought for more female rights and women's rights over the years. And it seems like it's a bit of a slap in the face when when something like this is allowed. You know what I'm saying? Women didn't have the right to vote, and then there was not a lot of women's sports, and then they eventually made women's sports because females they like to play ball too, and so when they get female sports, now you're saying somebody that identifies as a female can now hop in and just interrupt their game too. Then why the hell do we even have the segregated sports? Male versus female. I don't know. So that's one part of it. The next part of it is, since Dawn Staley and the University of South Carolina won the national championship, they get championship rings. That's nothing unusual. But there's a big deal here because Dawn Staley gives her practice squad championship rings too, because she feels like the people that her ladies basketball team practice against each and every day throughout the season, they are helping them to get better. In sports, they call them the scout team. Okay. These are the people that are not going to play in the game, but they're going to do everything they can to represent the competition you're about to play that week. So she has a scout team, but her scout team are a bunch of dudes, not females, dudes. So why is she practicing against males, quote unquote? Is it because these males are bigger, faster, stronger, and going to really, really make these females on her team work harder because they're bigger, faster, stronger? I mean, or do these males identify as females? I don't know. Why didn't she pick other females? So I don't know. It that bugged me. I still love Dawn Staley. I love watching her as a player back in the 90s and watching her career just blow up. And then she got into coaching and gold medals and all that stuff. She's done an amazing job for the community with just being a prolific athlete and a prolific leader and winner. But these last couple of things, man, I just sort of, I don't get it. Don't agree with it, but it's okay. She don't care that I disagree. But then the other thing is, and this was really evident apparently back when our little niece lived with us, was whenever I left, Costco receipts showed up in the house because you were doing those meals from Costco, because you wasn't doing nothing else. You wasn't cooking.
Because
it was like everybody knows when I'm gone, because wasn't no home cooked meals or some shit. I'm like,
that's cooked at somebody's home.
That
those meals are cooked. All of those Michelini people.
You killing me, dude.
I'm not going to go there, but I will go to Costco. Is
yeah.
I might try to cook because I need to eat.
Yeah, and you got the special diet
I
and
do,
stuff. With
and I haven't been doing it, and I've been feeling
gluten
it.
Tolerance and all of that good stuff.
Stress will do stuff to your body.
Yeah. Well,
that's that. You need to go to sleep, honey.
I'm gonna go get ready to go to bed. I'm gonna dump this card. I have photos from the ball game that I really should get those published tonight. Fortunately, I can do it quickly because I'm a damn professional. I know how to do this stuff quickly and right. So I'm gonna do that, but I probably won't publish the podcast until early in the morning. So your podcast catchers will get it a little bit later than usual for those of you in here watching live.
I want to give ups to my son. I'm very proud of both my sons.
Yeah.
The one in Oregon.
Yeah.
I don't never know what to call him.
Isaiah,
but he's not what's in the paper. Anyway, he has just gotten into his house and he got it all set up, paying bills, going to work, jobs and everything, going to school. He's got a hustle, and he realized the value of $1. He's starting to really realize the value of $1.
Because that college is expensive and that bill is coming due, and I was barely able, I'm not going to speak for you, but I was barely able to help before.
I know.
I can't help now. It's unfortunate.
It's going to happen, but it's not just life, us. Everybody, everywhere is slow because nobody is going anywhere.
Yeah, it's freaking life, So we're definitely proud of him and what he's doing. He has continued to push himself.
Yes.
Track season didn't go quite like he wanted it, but some good has come out of that track season for him. He's interning as a coach at a local middle school and getting good results.
And that's what's up, because I knew he is definitely a leader type, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely leader management. It comes easy to him to try to explain something, and I respect him for that. Very proud of him. And Kelly, I guess I can say her name too.
Just don't say her last name.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I just whispered. Yeah. And then Jacob last night was recognized, was a nominee for what is it called? Because I thought it was
as the Press Democrats Athlete of the Year. Press Democrat is a local newspaper here in Sonoma County and surrounding area. Is their coverage, and it was a good honor to be nominated. He did not win. We all think he should have won. A little surprised he didn't. But I will say this, because I told him
sound
too.
Like he needed it more than the ones that are doing all these things. They're doing
the guy. Okay, the guy. There's two categories. There's the Athlete of the Year and there's the Student Athlete of the Year. And he definitely should have won the Athlete of the Year in my eyes, not the Student Athlete of the Year, because he's not sporting no 5.0 GPA or nothing like that.
I heard 5.0 GPA. I was like, I didn't even know it could go up that high.
Yeah,
helping children walk, like medicine, like full rides to Princeton.
Yeah, these kids are like crazy smart, and they earned every bit of those accolades. That's not Jacob, but athlete wise, he should have won it. But I tell you, phenomenal athlete. Like I told him going into it, because I knew this kind of stuff could happen, because it's also somewhat political with these things. I said that it's either going to be Jake wins it, or the kid Zach Holman's going to win it, because Zach Holman he sort of came out of nowhere, and society likes stories like that. He literally came out of nowhere. People have been talking about Jake for 4 years now.
Oh,
but Zach came out of nowhere, and he's a good kid.
Jacob is an excellent kid.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even hear a lot of that kind of stuff.
Hold on. Again, this is why I said there's always a little bit of politics in it too. And that's, you can take that all the way back to our awesome Heisman Trophy that we have every year in college. Yes. That's very political.
Yes, absolutely. I feel that. So, we're just getting prepared for it. That's all.
And I also told him, I said, the thing is, you should have won it, but there's also the aspect of that wasn't for you. There's something else that's for you.
That's what I have to keep telling myself about these houses that ain't coming through. Yeah. Well, what is, because the time is coming down. All right.
It's going to work. South Carolina was down by double digits in the first quarter because Iowa is a damn good basketball team. And then it just sort of went back and forth and it caught up, and South Carolina ended up winning the championship by double digits. It was an unbelievable game, entertaining game, So at the end, of course, there's always the handshakes between the coaches and the players are going to be really, really excited, and some are going to be really, really hurt because this is the biggest game of their career, and I get that. And then the camera goes to Dawn Staley for her post-game interview right there on the court as this stuff is happening. And I have thoughts on that particular moment, but, again, the press is just doing their job, just doing what they're told to do by the powers that be. So the game is over. She's just elated. She's in tears, just tears of joy, and can't really contain herself. And Holly Rowe, a great journalist and reporter, she was doing her job and was over there to get the interview because that's what she was assigned to do. And Holly Rowe just sits there and gives her that moment. She starts to ask a question, but she sees what's happening and she just stops. And it's beautiful. Okay. So there's that part of it. But then the next part is what Dawn Staley says. Dawn Staley is a Christian woman, and she is very, very open about her Christianity and her faith. Totally fine, especially here in America, especially in the state of South Carolina. That's what everybody wants to hear is you're a Christian. It's another story for another day. But she's very open about her faith, and she continued to talk about her faith and giving her thanks to God and so on and so forth. And it was great and fine and dandy. But, a day or so later after I watched this and heard her post-game remarks and so forth, I started thinking, isn't that a bit of a conflict of interest as far as your faith goes and the whole transgender thing? Because the stuff that I heard growing up in the South, in the Bible Belt, man, you gay, transgender, any of that stuff, that was a no-go. That was, you don't talk about it. It's taboo. It's sinful. You're going straight to hell. You're going to burn up. And it was all kinds of stuff like that. Some people may not be aware, but at one time you had some aspirations of being a flight attendant and really got yourself squared away and ready to go with it, right? Why are you laughing? That's not true.
Because it was not aspirations. I had not aspirations only. I wanted to be a flight attendant until I was a flight attendant.
Well, okay. There's that.
That's what happened. Wow. I wanted to be a flight attendant until I was a flight attendant. And I went through all of that flying from here to North Carolina, from North Carolina to California, interviewing, having group interviews in Charlotte, having group interviews everywhere, Greensboro, all these different places. And I just kept getting no. And I had never applied for a job that I didn't get. So, and I kept doing all of the flight attendant, all of the different airlines, and I kept getting no. I was like, this is not right. Finally was hired by SkyWest Airlines and made it 2 out of the 4 week required boot camp to know this is not what I wanted. But I did try it. It was one of my dreams, so I had to try it to know.
If you don't mind me asking, I'm not necessarily trying to put you on the spot, but if you care to answer, what made you say this was not it?
My hair fell out the first well, the first, what was that, like day 4 or 5 that I called you over in the morning or whatever time it was? I don't know. I was
because for folks that don't know, the boot camp for the flight attendant school was in Salt Lake City. At the time, Utah. We were in Charlotte, North Carolina. So there was a time zone difference, and couple that time zone difference with getting acclimated to getting up at like 4 a.m. to be ready to roll at 5 and crap like that.
And I had to quit smoking pot. all at once. once. All of this stuff happened at once, and my whole life had to change. And
so this just in, she's not a flight attendant because she had to quit smoking pot. There, I said it. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think it was that only.
No. Well, what was it? Or what do you think it was? Let's say that. What do you think it was?
Maybe because I knew I was going to have to stop smoking.
Really? We keep going back to the weed, huh? So, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. It couldn't be because I didn't think I was going to be able to memorize things, because I've clearly proved to myself that I can. But it was all of the pressure that we had to do it, and it was like, no, you're not going to be 35,000 feet in the air with a co-partner every time. You're not going to have another flight attendant. It is not just serving drinks and smiling and waving. It's so much more to it.
It's like, okay, it's not just serving drinks and smiling. So what else
and
is
food and all that stuff. It's when I was little, I just remember the Delta dress, the red Delta dress, and the ladies were just waving and smiling for you to get on, and had the little hats, but they were called stewardesses that time.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do that. I wanted to be one of those ladies that smiled and gave the drinks and the delicious peanuts. I wanted to be that person wearing that red dress, because it looked like all they had to do was look pretty and wave.
I'm sure they appreciate you saying that.
At the time, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I thought.
No,
I know it was more to it than that. Yeah. I know it was a whole lot more to it than that. But it was a huge, rude awakening that I was not young anymore. Not like that. And those kids were just absorbing it. We were in Salt Lake City. I had no way to wind down because there was no alcohol available anywhere. It was just, you're on the schedule. You get up, you eat when they tell you to eat, or you miss out on eating. And you're in class all this time, and you're learning all the different commands and everything that's going on. And you got self-defense classes, and $18 an hour later, no thank you very much. You're not even paid until the flight deck door closes. That's when your pay starts. It doesn't even start when you're on the plane. And all these people are begging for your help to get their luggage up into the oh my God, what they're called? The cabins up top.
Stowage.
Where the luggage goes.
The stowage, yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Overhead bins.
Overhead bins, that's it. Overhead bins sounds better than stowage.
Okay. I gotta give you credit. You said the flight deck. That shows that you was serious. You was up in that thing, man. Most people have been like, they close the door to the airplane. You was like, no, the flight deck.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
We had vocabulary words that we had to do. It wasn't what I wanted. It was not just. I wasn't smiling by the end of the day like I wanted to be.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of work. And then self-defense, I get learning CPR. I love that I was able to learn.
Why you don't want to learn self-defense in a situation like that?
They need to, if I got to learn self-defense for my job, I think I should be paid more than $18 an hour.
That's fair. I think I got the chats popping up now on the screen for the recording. This was our favorite, my man, Mr. Ozone Nightmare, with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. It says, good evening, Pruitt. Glad you landed in the new digs and are back on the airwaves, internet waves, YouTube waves, whatever. Just glad to see you both again. Welcome back. Let me see if I can hit the little like thing on there. Probably not. Yeah, I can. Look at that. Some things are actually working for me right now. Hot dang. Good to see you, Mr. Ozone Nightmare. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for the support. My thoughts on, this flight attendant stint that you went through. We talked about getting up early and all of that stuff, and your hair falling out. And I got to tell you, people are going to really hate me for this, but you sent me a text, pretty much like a distress text. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. This was like day 2, if that.
Believe it.
It was early.
It's only 3.
And I got to tell you, I was laughing my ass off.
He laughed at me. It wasn't even just a text, because we ended up talking, and I remember hearing you laugh in my ear. Like, before you said it's going to be okay, you did laugh. I knew it was coming. That's what you were saying. Between the time changing and having to be alert, and
I can't help it. It makes me laugh now thinking about it.
I was not prepared, because it was like we got there and we had to go to work as soon as we got there. It was like a rush to get to sleep so that we could get up.
Yeah.
It already started, and I was like, I'm gonna do this again. Already rushing to go to sleep so I can get up.
The first day you telling me to go to bed as soon as I get here.
Yes, you showing me the pool and all this stuff out here. We'll never see it.
You'll never see it.
We'll never see this shit. I think we saw it out the first weekend. Because I was able to get into the pool and the hot tub we did go there once or twice.
Oh man!
But I missed breakfast a lot because it was at
your ass
5
waking up too late.
a.m. Who eats breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning? And I just never made it, because it was like, am I going to make it for breakfast? If I get there for breakfast, I'm doing really good.
Man.
But I just wanted to make sure that I was there on the bus so I could get to the hangar.
Yeah.
Because if not, then that was not good.
And without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and flip my screen. To let y'all see what's going on here, and turn on your volume.
Can't pay attention to the music and the words because of rights.
I should probably kill that music just like that. There we go. We'll kill the music there. So, for those watching the screen here or watching the video version of the show, can you tell me what the hell is going on here?
That is me and my great niece. She showed me how to do this line dance, and I was extremely proud of myself because I was able to learn how to move my feet like that, number one, and remember how to do it, and still remember how to do it. Burn some calories and just feel amazing and accomplished. Even so, when my classmate was like, I wish I could do that, you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. He said, I'm doing good finding my keys and wallet in the morning. So that really made me happy, and they keep me young. Got a little this is not like that. I got
you yawning in the mic, you bored there?
No, I lost oxygen. Isn't that what you said? Is like oxygen or something when you yawn?
Yeah, sure.
Something like that. But no, I'm actually just loving what I see on the screen,
Oh my gosh.
It was just beautiful. But like I told him, you get up and do it.
No, I
tell me my accomplishment. But no, I'm just kidding.
The thing is,
and I'm ready. I've already started teaching myself another one because my nieces, they've already taken off and started learning more.
Yeah.
Lee Janine's daughter, her and her daughter have already taken off learning another one, and I'm over here by myself. Mm-hmm. So I got to try to keep up so that when I'm over there, I'm not all the way green.
Yeah.
Green, right.
Do you remember the first time you saw, have you ever seen country line dancing?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you saw it?
Yes. Out in Charlotte, we had it was a bar, on Wilkinson, the end. Oh my God, Coyote Joe's.
Coyote Joe's. Yep, I remember Coyote Joe's.
Yeah, Coyote Joe's, and that was the first time.
It's so funny. It's the grapevine, apparently. John Ham says, come on in. I hear a Patreon challenge to get you to the dance line. That would be no. But then again,
it's not going to happen.
That would be no. But again, it depends on how much the Patreon contribution is. I'll say that. There is a price. I'll say that much.
Yes, indeed. But it feels so good. I slept so good that first night we started. The first time I felt so good, and that was just learning. I mean, practicing, not learning, but it's exercise feels good, especially when you're doing something fun.
Did I kill? Oh, your battery died over there.
It's
Whoops.
okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine because my eyes.
You got the whole water in the eyes.
You know how they do.
There.
Don't act. This is a normal thing. I don't know if I'm allergic to.
What?
Yes, just breathing.
Wait for it.
It could be my makeup, but no, because it does it even when I don't put makeup on sometimes in the mornings. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's just water.
I asked you about the country line dance thing, and I remember my first time seeing it like up close and personal. This was when I had to go to Florida for work one time. And my team was like, Aunt, we're going to take you out. We're going to take you to so-and-so bar. I think it was called White Buffalo. White Buffalo. And this was like...
That's the name of the bar?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm already like, oh, shit. Just...
You crazy as hell. I'm not getting ready to go in there.
White Buffalo.
Coyote Joe's was hard enough.
So I said, all right, cool, we'll go. And we get there, and of course I'm the only black cat there, only black dude up in there. And I walk in, and you would think the music stopped. You would think the music stopped, because this is my hubris, if you will. You know how confident I am. I get to the location before my team does. I pull into the parking lot. I don't see none of their cars there. So I'm like, shit, I'm the first one here. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going in. So I just walked in by myself. And like I said, you would assume there was a record scratch.
Wow.
But it wasn't. The music kept going. But I do remember just seeing all of them hats. Turning. Because they all got hats on, cowboy hats. All them hats just turned damn near in unison. It's like, who the hell is this big ass dude walking up in here?
Ooh, yeah. White Buffalo.
John says, White Buffalo? We told you Buffalo Wild Wings.
Exactly.
That could have been the case.
That's probably what it was. You went to the wrong place.
That could have been the case.
Exactly.
Oh, man. So I get in there and I just sort of wait around.
I hope they showed up.
They did. I just sort of waited around.
If they sent you there, that would be really ugly.
No, they showed up a few minutes after I did. And they went into the whole line dance thing. And I can just remember how serious those cats were. Mm-hmm. Not just my team, but everybody up in there that was line dancing. They were just like stoic. They were serious. The music was going, and it was for real. You know, then I've
never seen anything like that before.
When I think about, you know, when black folks have their cookouts and stuff like that, and they do the freaking electric slide, everybody's all jovial and smiling and hands and doing different kinds of variations of the electric slide. Mm-hmm. No, not this line dancing.
You supposed to be on your mark. You better move when you supposed to move. Do not let me stumble over you.
I was like, damn, these cats
like
serious.
Knowing how to play spades. You need to know how. We're not going to let you play with us if you don't know how. And we're not going to teach you.
Oh, my. And see, John Helms, I'm not going to dox him, but since he's putting it here in the chat.
I was at Coyote Joe's and they were line dancing to a song called Crush Clap.
Church clap.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't see.
Why don't you have your glasses on? Maybe that's what it is. Oh, because you're crying over there. Jeez. Church clap. They were line dancing to a song called Church Clap. So now I need to look that up. Hear what that sounds like.
How in the world have you been to Coyote Joe's?
Who, me?
He said he was at Coyote Joe's.
Well, because again, I did not want to dox and just give him his location, but since he's putting it here on a nice public chat, he's in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
He has, as he says there in the chat, he has a friend that bartends there.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're not the ones from when I went.
Mr. Helm and I go way back. He's good people. He's good people.
Okay.
But yeah, you were talking about the accomplishments of doing said dance and so forth. And you asked me, you showed it to me.
It is a cult.
You did the dance and I was just like, okay, cool. But apparently that rubbed you the wrong way. Why is that?
No.
Oh,
You weren't like, okay, cool. You were laughing at me.
Yeah.
You laughed at me.
I did laugh at first.
It's not working. Where is it? He laughed at me the whole time, and I was even doing said line dance in front of him. He had a live front row seat to the line dance, and he laughed at me. He didn't cheer me on. He laughed at me.
I laughed because
he laughed at me, and then he was like, but so what? You do this you can dance, can't you? You always saying that you can dance. I'm like, dude, there's more to me being able to dance, shaking your booty dance, to learning some steps so that you don't tripping over yourself or the person in front of you. But I was not getting that from you. So yeah, I did get frustrated until I heard from my classmate that made me laugh, saying exactly what I felt like I should have heard at that time. Like, hell yeah, if I learned that, you wouldn't be able to tell me shit.
And see, that's the thing. My whole point was, I didn't think it was a big deal because I thought that was, I don't know, child's play to you. Like a really, really easy thing for you to do. So I didn't see it as this accomplishment that you saw it was. I saw it as pretty status quo. I just assumed it was for you. Now, had it been for me or someone else that just didn't necessarily, that I didn't think knew how to move or have that coordination or anything like that, then yeah, I could see that as accomplished. And
do you remember my sister's birthday?
Yeah. I do remember that.
I mean, come on now. All of us, I don't know if anybody had it perfect.
I do remember the birthday dance that you all did for that. Because I did film it and it's out there on the web somewhere. I just don't know where.
That was
but even then, I assumed there was a couple of y'all in that group. It's just, again, status quo. It was, okay, sure, no big deal. I assume there's no big deal for your sister. I assumed it was no big deal for the cousin that I'm not going to say their name. I assumed it was no big deal for you. 3 people. That was it. Everybody else would have been sort of all over themselves and falling all over the place, and that was fine.
But once I made you aware that you should have been a little bit more happier, you became an ass out of that assuming. Because, yeah, I let you know, and it's just like, yeah, whatever.
I became an ass?
Like, no. when you say assuming, what is that little saying?
Yeah, I know the saying.
Okay. Now I forgot the point I was trying. You can't do that to me.
I swear, man, I do not make any of this stuff up.
It went away just like that. What was I talking about?
Every freaking day. Not every week. Not every week. Every damn day. That is how our conversations go. So, yeah. John Helm says, thought. There's some stuff that's been happening around this here US of A of ours, and it should be addressed. Going to give our 2 cents. Actually, we're going to give the facts, and if we care to give our 2 cents, we shall. But this is not a funny topic. This is not a happy topic, but it should be discussed. So I'm going to switch my screen over here. Let's see if I can do this the right way, though. Survey says, can we do this? All right, looks like I did do this. Yeah, this is regarding Miss Sonia Massey.
Say her name.
Sonia Massey. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Sonia Massey was a resident in Illinois who put in a call to 911 because she had some concerns for her safety there in her home, and had the police force come out to check on what's going on around her home for her own safety's sake, to make sure everything is okay. You know, so not unusual for someone that's in the house alone at night and has concerns if they hear some stirring or something happening outside, and, you know, they don't necessarily want to go outside and be like, hey, look, what you doing out here? No, they have every right to call the people that serve our community, or allegedly supposed to serve our community. Well, in the event of calling law enforcement, 2 officers show up, question her, question everything that was going on. And then one officer in particular, I ain't gonna say the jackass's name, decided to go Billy Badass for whatever reason and pulled a gun and lost his shit and decided to shoot Miss Sonia Massey fatally 3 times in her home when she
called them for help.
Called them for help. That one's
I'm Sonia Massey. You know, my aunt is Sonia Massey. My mama is Sonia Massey. Your mama's Sonia Massey.
Yeah.
Your sister, my niece, my great niece. We're all Sonia fucking Massey. We are Sonia Massey. And it's so scary that if I don't have a male around and I'm scared for whatever reason, that now I'm gonna tell you right now, Anthony, if you are somewhere else, if you are gone, I'm home alone, if I'm on the street alone, I feel like something's sketch, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I go out fighting, nuck if you buck. I go out fighting, but I'm not calling law enforcement. Why? I mean,
you know,
I would be I'm already scared. You know,
Yeah.
We see the blue lights. Whoop, whoop, you know. It's already there, and to the magnitude now is, I'm a black woman. I got little locks in my hair. I might not look right. I'm in the wrong kind of car. Like, I just want to show you who's still in control. It's a gang, because it's sort of like a gang thing too. You know, it's just a Ku Klux Klan gang, because they're still out there being thrown in the midst of all different areas. But it's like, I think that
there's no segregation of Ku Klux Klan.
No,
I mean, they're definitely infiltrated within regular day-to-day society.
Oh yeah. I've had so many situations happen to me as a black female here in Sonoma County. I don't think you have had these things happen, but I've only had one instance. I've had an instance in the In-N-Out.
Yep,
I've had an instance in the Mexican restaurant.
I remember that. I've only had the one incident, and the thing is, with me being a dude, it was an indirect incident. You know, it didn't come straight from the source to me. It was third party. You know, it's a lot different for females.
No, because it's just like, who are you? You're nobody. So I'm going to go ahead and say what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
Because you don't matter.
Right.
You know, not just that, even at my job, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah.
So, and it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 situations on my job. But, you know, just being here in Sonoma. Oh, yeah. And another situation, you know, doing my job. So I've had like 3 that I can just blurt out, and it's not just from the white people being racist, but Mexican. And I say Mexican because I know it's Mexican, but the Mexican community that came for me.
Yeah.
And I came over here thinking the opposite. I came to California thinking, oh man, I'm going to California. I'm going to learn me some Spanish. I'm going to get with my Mexican brothers and sisters, and we're going to connect, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to know how to speak Spanish fluently because we're going to hang out and have fun. Yeah. And well, and then not just that, but the white is more liberal, so I don't have to worry about that old white man or that old white woman saying anything to me like I did in North Carolina when they walked into the doctor's office that I worked in saying, who let you in here?
You know, and that's the thing. It is.
But it's the same.
It is. What people fail to realize is this type of behavior is going to be found everywhere. You know, there are people here in California that would say otherwise, but they don't know because they haven't lived it.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that doesn't happen here.
And then there's also the aspect of, you know, there are pockets of this. It's just pockets. I'm not going to sit here and say the whole state of California. It's like that. It's pockets. It's like that in South Carolina. There are some pockets of South Carolina that are pretty damn good. And there are pockets in South Carolina that, no, I want no part of. You know, so, and with that said, there are good police officers out there. But there are also some pretty shit-tastic ones out there, too, just roaming amongst the good that are really trying to push some sort of agenda.
Well, the good one in this situation had to be the one that kept his camera on.
He kept his camera on.
So, yeah. There are some good ones because
he kept it on. He didn't try to hide it.
He didn't try to hide it. He tried to help. He tried to go for it, but he wanted us to know, look, dude, it's a lot of people out here that's coming for y'all.
Yeah.
You know, so thank him for whoever he is. I don't even know, but nobody's really talking about him and what he did by not turning his cameras.
And there's also
off.
there's also the possibility of that officer may not be wanting any of the attention right now, because who knows how traumatizing that was for him.
I know.
You know, so
this is true. This is true.
And I also want to say, going along the lines of yes, there are some good cops out there too. Every time stuff like this happens, I try to find a balance and say, you know what, my man Kieran Keeney here, local police, is good people, and I see it. I see it in his walk. I don't see it in his talk. I see it in his walk as he serves. You know, I don't know about the rest of his patrol or squad. I have no idea. But I see him and I'm like, okay, well, there's hope right there. Good people, you know.
I'm losing hope.
Yeah. And I can remember years
because I'm
ago,
a black
even
woman,
before coming
because
here.
the world sees black women as maids, where we come in at the tail end. I don't have a voice unless there's a white one in front of me, or unless there's a man in front of me.
Yeah. That narrative's been pretty strong for decades.
It has been for decades, and it's right now for me. Everywhere I go, you know, I gave you that idea about writing a book about this woman only having power when she's near a man. For a reason, you know. It's a lot of times people don't even hear me or see me unless you're around.
Yep, that's
even
been documented.
Me posting pictures, I've told you about it. Like, I post a picture of myself, it's one thing. And I post a picture of me and you, it's like, whoa. Yeah. You know?
I have that effect on people.
Whatever. But that is something that I don't know anymore, hon. I don't know. I don't even know if it's like, I know you cool people.
I will say this, and I've said this for years, since prior to coming out here. And you may recall, but I've said, if it came down to it, call the fire department. Don't call the police force. Call the fire department.
Well, when you dial 911, that's where it goes first anyway.
No, I'm calling the fire department. Send the fire department. Don't send the police. Send the fire department. Please send the fire department. You want to talk about selfless? Fire department. They go into a raging fire. No idea if they gonna come out. And they do it every time without hesitation.
And they don't know what color that person is.
No
you know
idea.
what? You're right. They don't know when they're going in there to fight a fire. The firemen don't know, oh, this is a black family.
Nope, don't care. They go. They just go.
It's true.
And there's never any hesitation. So I've said it for years. Call the fire department. Heck, they also are medical capable too. It's part of their training. So, yeah. But I definitely wanted to touch on that, you know, because we, the Pruitt family,
the struggle is real for me.
What's not mentioned?
I fight every day that I go out and do my job. I'm scrubbing on people's feet and stuff, and I never know what they're thinking of me.
What's not mentioned as much in the coverage of this, the coverage that I pulled up here in the show is coming from the State Journal Register, also known as sj-r.com, but it's everywhere. But Springfield is Illinois. So that's where I pulled it from. This is an Illinois paper. But what's not been said as much as I had hoped would be something touching on the fact of her mental health. Prior to the call.
But she made it all clear, though. Right. Everything.
So none of that has gotten as much credit as I would like. But if you all don't know, we take mental health very seriously here in this household, in this family. And we're not the people that well, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for her, but I'm going to speak for myself. I take mental health very seriously, and I absolutely hate when people use mental health as a crutch, because nowadays it is a bit of a fad at times for people to talk about mental health concerns and issues, and they use that as a crutch to just literally just get over on people.
Yeah.
And you don't have a mental health. You're lazy, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, we take that very seriously in here. So seriously that back in 2021, we did a short film to highlight it and address it and acknowledge it and to normalize it. Still one of my proudest things from a creator standpoint that I've done. And we take this shit seriously is all I want to say.
Well, I'll be the first one to say why we take it seriously, because I have depression. I have mental health battles.
Yep.
And when I say battles, it's because it's every day, all day.
Diagnose.
On
the record, chemical concerns. Not a fad. And I've been through doctors that just said, okay, here, take 600 milligrams of Seroquel. Seroquel. I remember Seroquel.
Here, 800. You're not feeling better. Here, up it. Seroquel that's a horrible medication. And I'm depressed. I'm sad. Why would you give me something that's just going to comatose me? Just knock me out for no reason. You don't even know what's going on with me.
Right.
You're not taking it. And even after that, when I had the hysterectomy, and then people just throwing me on medications, not even taking into consideration that she's had a hysterectomy, so it might be some chemicals going on in here that's
hormonal
just not
chemicals,
but that's all I had were men telling me, until I found the nurse practitioner that I needed. But before that, it was just men throwing me on meds. Here's a pill. And people don't understand that I've been on every single solitary antidepressant medication, antipsychotic medication, and all of these that you can think of, but I wasn't supposed to be. But I've tried them all, not because I was supposed to, but because I had doctors that didn't want to listen to me.
Yeah.
And just who cares?
Yeah.
And the older I get, the more I know why these things happen. But I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Right.
So I was just taking the medication that they gave to me. I don't need this. I should have never been on these things.
It was ignorance. That's all.
And who knows what the hell that motherfucker was doing behind the camera that none of us could see in this video with Miss Massey.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what he was doing back here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. We don't know what she could see. We don't know any of that. But
there is footage of when that phrase was said, and he's in the footage. He is just sort of standing there. But whatever reason, that phrase set him off. That phrase set him off. He's just standing there, and that phrase set him off, and he pulled the gun right then and there.
For her to say, I rebuke you.
And
like I said, we don't know what she saw. Just because she has had a history of mental illness doesn't mean that she doesn't have awareness.
Right.
I can look at somebody and see. I've been in a situation on my job where somebody was coming for me, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, and you see,
I got to get away from you because I already see where you trying to go right now.
My grandma
and that could have been the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That could have been exactly what she was seeing. Like, oh, I see where you trying to go, and I rebuke you. You know, I have been there.
Yeah.
That's why when all of this happened, it's unsettling because I am Sonya Massey. My aunts, uncles, everybody, we're all Sonya Massey because it could easily be us. How I feel, what is going on in my head, but this person is walking in that's supposed to be trying to help me is already thinking you crazy as hell and I don't give a fuck about what you say. Shit. Yes, it's just another dead black woman. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Like I said,
somebody even said that before, like black people don't become famous until they're dead, killed by white people. That's when they become famous. I don't want that, but that's scary to me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Someone has hypothesized that. But yeah, wanted to address that. Saying her name, Sonya Massey. The jackass is locked up right now, awaiting trial. And we shall see what our justice system will do there. I'm not going to hold my breath because I've seen this shit before. I've seen this shit before. So I will wait and see what happens. I'm not going to think more on it other than hopefully nothing like this is going to happen again soon. It's probably going to happen again, but I'm hoping we get a little break in between, as sad as that sounds. You know what I mean? All right. So, the Olympics. Again, the man won the daggum race. Baddest man in the world, fastest man in the world, if you will. And they did this video of him accepting his gold medal. And they play the national anthem because that's what they do in the Olympics. The gold medalist has their country's national anthem played as they get their medal, out of respect, if you will. Do you have any initial thoughts on said video? None. None whatsoever?
No, I mean, he was lip syncing.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Did you see something else?
No. I'm not. There's no judgment here. It's just, I just found it funny because, again, this is the internet, and people are going to internet. Mm-hmm. If you look at the video, I'll pull it back up here again. Let's see. There. If you look at the video and then you scroll through the comments, One of the top comments here, bro, get out his mouth. Can a brother get some space? Damn.
Oh, because they're so close.
Back the camera up. Damn. So seeing supportive parents. Yep. All right. Emotions and joy.
Teeth.
Cameraman said, let me get all his DNA.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so they got really close like that.
Yeah, the whole, so they start the video with it out wide like that. And then here's another one. They really zoomed in on his teeth, though.
I wonder why. That's interesting. Look at the comments.
But the comments are going off on this, man. And I thought it was hilarious.
I hardly ever. I don't think I ever look at comments because most of the time in the past when I've looked at comments, they make me irritated.
There's a lot of haters in comments.
So I never look at comments.
It's a lot of haters in comments.
I didn't understand why they were so close, but I figured it.
Thank you, NBC. I understand him at a microscopic level now.
Everybody is going in.
Can we zoom out? Damn, NBC. I could smell his breath through my phone.
It is good that he has nice teeth because that would have been really bad.
It was hilarious.
Aww.
I just thought it was hilarious. And again, kudos to Noah Lyles for getting that gold medal that he's been trying to seek. Today, at time recording this here podcast, he did not get the gold medal in the 200 meter dash. He was beaten by Mr. Tibogo from Botswana. Great race by him. He was in the thick of things from the very get-go. So nothing but credit to him and his efforts. But yeah, I just thought that video was funny. Okay, so let me switch. I'll put them up on the screen so everybody can see them too. So that's what we'll do. So we'll do that. All right. Now, the screen should work. There we go. So that's larger on the screen. All right. Very first question for you. And I'm going to skip around because there's a bunch here. I'm not just going to go down the list because I want to keep it somewhat random. First question. Where's the Golden Gate Bridge?
San Francisco.
You sure about that?
Yes.
All right. San Francisco it is. Next. Michael Phelps is an athlete known for what sport?
Swimming.
Actually, he's known for smoking weed. No, kidding. That is correct. He is known for swimming.
Oh.
So you're good. But you don't remember the weed story with him?
Yes, I do. I do.
Back when weed was so like, oh, how dare you smoke weed and be a role model?
Yeah. It's still like that for the...
You think so?
For some people. Yes, for some people.
Really?
Special group of people that, feel like you're going to go straight to hell for doing that.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Let me move that thing off the screen. Nobody cares to see that. Next. Where is Disney World located?
World?
Where is Disney World located?
Anaheim. California?
No.
So it is Florida?
Thank you.
What? I've never been to either one of them. So there's a world and a land, right?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay, so I don't know these things.
You just answered it.
It's either one or the other.
It's Orlando, Florida. You are correct. All right, so you were first wrong. Next, next one. What city is Disneyland in?
Anaheim.
All right, and I gotta give you credit for that because a lot of people would just say L.A. and I would have accepted L.A.
No,
so yeah, Anaheim, good one. This one I definitely thought of you when I saw it. What astrological sign is a lion? Really, dude?
I don't know who the lion is.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Leo?
Who's a Leo?
The sign is called Leo. Leo the lion?
Oh!
Are you serious?
Is that why? That's not why though, is it?
Leo is a lion.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
you knew that.
What? Travis Kelce is an athlete known for which sport?
Football.
Good. How did you know that?
Because I hear it in my ears. Hear
What are you hearing in your ears? Who's somebody on
something
mic
on
somewhere?
TV.
Oh, okay.
I hear the name over and over. And
Yes, he's a football player. I appreciate you saying that instead of saying he's Taylor Swift's boyfriend, because that's why you're hearing it on television. Is the whole Taylor Swift bullshit? No, it's not bullshit, but yeah, I'm really tired of hearing about their relationship. All right, next question. Where is the Great Wall of China? Come on, man.
is it obvious?
Where is the Great Wall of China?
Is it? Is it really Captain Obvious? Just tell me, 'cause tell me, is it Captain Obvious or is it somewhere else?
Okay, folks. So you are really thinking through this, huh?
Is it Captain Obvious? It's got to be.
Oh, God. Dude, what's getting me though is we got this cat right here. This cat right here, John. He's talking about he's at the restaurant. Oh boy, come on, man. Come on, man. Where? Please tell me you know where the Great Wall of China is.
China?
Huh?
I hope it's obvious.
What?
China?
Thank God.
I mean, why is it a trick question in there?
Okay, well, the better question is, why does it take you so long to answer where is the Great Wall of China?
I answered. I said Captain Obvious. Oh, that was funny. This is the kind of laughter that we did on our trip to Oregon. We laughed a lot. It was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. One more question here. Let me see.
Because we need it.
No, I'll do two more. What is the biggest human organ? Any day now. The biggest human organ.
The liver.
But that is a very good guess, because the liver is freaking huge and it's heavy. Really good guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is, survey says, can you see that? The skin.
This an organ?
Yep, your skin is an organ.
We're some creepy creatures.
No, your skin is an organ. You have like multiple layers of, you know this because of your career.
Yeah, but I guess I don't look at it like being an organ. I know I'm a donor, so I could donate.
Wait a minute, what's that got to do with anything?
Because I didn't think about skin being donated, being an organ donor.
Oh well, no, I never thought about that either. Is that on the approved?
I wonder.
Is that on the approved donor list?
If it's an organ.
That's okay. Good point. Okay, I won't ridicule you for that one. I won't ridicule you for that one.
Interesting.
Which vegetable is believed to help you see better?
Carrots.
Very good. And last one. What is the tallest land animal?
The giraffe.
Nice work, John Helm. Yep, it was the skin. What was your answer again?
The giraffe.
Nice work. Nice work.
So
I saw that question. I saw that question that made me think about our conversation in our family chat. In our family chat with Hardhead up at Eugene. Coaches are very colorful. Coaches are very colorful, and I love coaches. Coaches have a very special place in my heart. And hearing conversations like that, it's like, yep, that's pretty accurate. And we are back. Aunt Pruitt here. Everyday people doing everyday shit. Hope y'all doing well. AuntPruitt.com/podcasts. Hanging out with the one and only Phoebe Pruitt over there, doing her thing. Be sure to check her out on the social media. She loves that Instagrams and all of that stuff. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, because we just got finished talking about perspectives and so forth. And so language is another thing that comes into play when you're dealing with perspective. You know, as I said, there was a lot of people on my department that spoke Spanish, and most of them spoke Spanish. You know, so there was a time I was in the office and one of my subordinates showed up and was doing their thing and whatnot. And I was struggling that day. My brain was just on fire, just because I was trying to figure some shit out, you know? So she could see it, that I just wasn't there like that, you know? And so she walks over to me, as kind as she always is. And she says, "You no good?" Just like, just like that, you no good, you know. But what she meant to say is, "You're not feeling good," you know. Not that I'm no good, you know, just, you know, good, you know good, you know. So language can mess around with the perspective from time to time.
Yes, it can.
But you were trying to tell me about a recent experience you had at your job there in the team dining room area, because it's got this nice cafeteria where everybody gets fed. It's pretty nice.
It's
good. And it has good food and this and that. And every now and then you come across a meal in there that really just fires you up. So, well, this
was okay. So we have some non-dairy ice cream, soft serve now. So we have this lady that's, I don't want to say the lunchroom lady, but she's like the lunchroom lady, but she's cool. She's always wanting to pile on the food.
There's always one. There's always one that she wants to feed. She wants to feed.
I don't need all this food, but like just a little bit.
And she means well.
Yeah, she does. Yes, because a lot of people, even working there, that's when they eat.
Yeah, they won't eat at home.
Yeah, they'll eat all 3 meals at work.
Yeah.
So I got my ice cream.
John Hill says, "Baby, you need to eat." That's exactly what she is.
That's how she is.
That's exactly how she is.
That's how she is. And she's a Hispanic lady. She English is not her first language. So I was getting the ice cream and she walked by. She said, "That's good." And I said, "Deliciosos."
Yeah, you talking about my Spanish.
I said, "It's muy deliciosos."
Yeah.
And I took a step, and then I heard her say, "Louder." So I said, "Muy delicioso." It's muy delicioso. So
wait a minute. You said first, you said it was delicioso. And then you said it's muy delicioso. And she looks at you and says, what?
She said, louder. Louder.
And so you decided to just yell at the top of your lungs.
Deliciosos. And she looked at me and then started talking to the lady that was behind me, named Louder.
What the hell?
Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I was like, I cannot believe I just did that. Why would she ask me to say that louder? Like, duh, you know that is this Hispanic name. What were you thinking?
John Frankenhelm. Why can I picture this happening? He says.
I'm steady on the ice cream cone. It's delicioso. Louder.
Good gosh, man.
Oh, it was awful, John. It was awful.
I wish I could have seen her face after you yelled out.
I'm telling you, it was just like that. Like, and I just kept walking. Just had to get out of there.
Bro.
Didn't have to see her every day.
John in the chat says, we need a reality TV show to follow Queen. Yeah, that's... Dude, you have no idea half the stuff that...
Oh, goodness, that
the
was
stuff
so
that happens,
funny.
that happens in a day, that I could just... I don't know. Our niece has said the same thing. She's like, you need to be firing them cameras up all over the house, and
oh my,
because it's always something, man. I'm like, what is
that? I was blown away by myself. I was just like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I just did that. Yelled. Why would I yell louder? Oh, it was so bad. And I know she was like, I know she went home and told somebody. I know she went home and told somebody about this idiot at work.
Bless your heart.